Morning all. Right, so just a quick one. I did do a stream on my other channel earlier. Me haunted experiences. Explain what I'm going to be doing on Tuesday. I was going to do it today, actually, Monday, but I'm waiting for some stuff from Amazon. The backpack I'm using is a bit too small. I can't get all my gear in, so I've ordered a new backpack. I've got some camera handle things, adapters, so I can use my night vision camcorder. And I've got other things I need to pack up, which I've got no room in my camo backpack for. So I ordered I think it's a 65 litre backpack of Amazon for around about £35, £40, something like that. So that should be here today, hopefully, along with the camera handles, adapters, and a harmonica I ordered. I did have a harmonica somewhere, but where it's gone, I don't know. So I ordered one in case I fancied having a little mess around during the evening. So yeah, what's happening? I am going to be camping over at my bushcraft on Tuesday. I'm going to leave here for hopefully around about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. Get out of there, have a nice early start. Things I'm going to do there is continue with that door, because there's still a few things I need to do with that door. I've bought myself a big kind of like loft insulation which stands about that high. I'm not taking the whole lot up. I'm going to cut that in half and take half with me. Something I'm going to use for like bedding, and I'm going to put it on the bed storage thing that I've got in the shelter. I'm going to take everything out, put a few new logs on, hammer them down, and put some insulation on top, and then cut the tarps, hammer all that down, and then I've got my bed mat and a sleeping bag, which I'll be taking as well. I'm also going to try and tarp the inside of the shelter as well, because I've still got rain coming in somehow, and I'm also getting a load of spider webs, which I have to keep bloody like moving out. So I'm going to tarp inside the actual shelter as well. Where the window frames are, I'm going to have to probably cut some holes in the tarp, so you know the window frames will not be covered up. I've got to do some stuff on the door, as I say. I'm going to be putting bolts inside so I can lock myself in at night time, because you know it's the first time I'll be camping out on my own in woodlands, and I know it's going to be freaky as hell. You know, I'm very nervous, I must admit, very, very nervous at doing it. But it's something I need to do, confront my fears. And if I enjoy it this week, then maybe I might go up there again in a week or two's time, in a couple of weeks' time. I am going to order a new tent as well, because like my tent in the cupboard is like knackered. I think the poles are broken. So I'm going to order another cheap tent for about 40 quid. And hopefully I might do some wild camping, like during the daytime, come on before, you know, dark. I'll probably do some camping over Clapham Common. Going to see the old fishermen, camp out overnight. You know, I ain't going to be doing any fishing. I'm just going to chill out and, you know, do a little bit of camping over there. See how it goes. So that's my plan for the future. Tuesday up at my bushcraft, do a lot of work up there. I'm going, as I say, when I do the bed, I'm going to lay it down with like a loft insulation. Then I'm going to tarp it over. Then I'm going to tarp inside as well. So I won't keep having to ponce around with the spider webs all the time. I'm going to have to put some on top of the ceiling as well, because there's still rain coming in. Where it's coming from, I don't know. So that's the plan for the first day. during the night time, my body's just like, chill out and try to get some sleep. Hopefully I don't get woken up and scared by, the monsters outside in the woodlands, some creepy, weird creatures, or some mad axeman, or, psychopath that might try to break in and, murder me. Or it could be like a crazed pony. One of the ponies might attack me during the night time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I am, nervous, scared about it, but if I can, survive the night, and I hopefully I get some sleep as well. Then, hello, cowboy. I did do a video on my other channel explaining what I'm doing, but I thought I'd quickly do one on here. I'm not going to do any paranormal stuff down this week, so don't say we'll do a ghost box. I am taking a radio, but it's just a normal radio. It's not one that sweeps. It's just a normal radio, which I think I've already put in my backpack. But when the new backpack comes today, hopefully it comes today, I've got to take everything out and put in the new one and sort it all out properly. I might even do a little video showing, what I've got taken with me tomorrow, Tuesday, to the bushcraft. I've been watching a lot of videos on, like wild camping and, being alone for the first time in a dark forest on other YouTube channels. And people have had the same kind of weird experiences that I will probably have. You're going to hear weird noises which you don't never normally hear, living in, the concrete jungle, kind of thing. The only things that you do hear is sometimes the foxes screaming. The female fox, when they scream, it sounds like a woman being strangled, being attacked. But, let's say, I am a bit nervous. I'll be honest with you, I am nervous. I think the last bus is going to be about 11:30. If I start cacking myself and getting afraid, I'm just going to leave everything there, jump out, lock the door, and come home. But I hope that ain't going to happen. I really do hope that won't happen. I am going to put bolts. I've got a couple of bolts, which I'm going to be sticking on the door when I get there tomorrow. I think that might be the first thing. So I do need to do the door a bit more. There's a few things I need to do on the door. I've got, as I say, the insulation, loft insulation. I'm going to cut that in half because it's a bloody big roll, £18 it cost. And it's that round, kind of thing. 200 meters thick. So it is thick stuff, but you can pull it apart and just fill the gaps up. I've got something I need to do around the back of the shelter as well. So it's more, the first thing I'm going to be doing is the door, get that door. Then I'm going to do some insulating stuff. Then I'm going to have a break. Then I'm going to do the bench bed, get everything pulled out and, sort that out. Then I'm going to do the tarping on the roof inside the shelter. I might quickly throw one on top, just before it gets dark as well. And, I don't think it is going to rain tomorrow night. The weather on the forecast is changing left, right, and centre. It said it was going to rain today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. But then yesterday it said Tuesday and Wednesday it's going to be dry and sunny with a little bit of a breeze. But now it's saying Tuesday is going to be dry, sunny with sunny infields, a little bit of a breeze. And Wednesday it's going to start raining after 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I do really want to try to stay overnight. Since it starts getting dusk around about 9:30, I'm in that cabin. I'll be in that cabin, door locked, blazing fire. Just to keep a little bit warm. I'm not sure if I'm going to eat before I go to bed, but I have got food I'm going to be taking with me. I've got bacon and eggs I'm going to be taking. I've got 2 tins of sausages up there. Well, one's a tin and one's a jar. So those are Frankfurter sausages, which you can boil or fry or bake or barbecue, you know, whatever you want to do with it. So I've got 2 of those up there. And I've got pork belly, which I've got in the fridge. I'm going to chop that up today, get it all sorted out, marinate it, put it in the container, and take that up with me. So during the daytime, I'll probably have like a barbecue. Then in the evening, if I still feel a bit hungry, I'll have a tin of sausages. And then Wednesday, I'll probably do like bacon and eggs. I bought a new like little frying pan and a new metal cup and a new metal plate as well. And I bought some like spatulas, wooden spatulas, which I'll put in a drawer for now. I might need to take them with me. I think I probably will actually. To stir the eggs around in the frying pan. I've got one of those like, I think I've got one of those like little camping knife and forks and spoon things, which I picked up from the Poundland the other day. I think I've used up in the camp actually, which I've not even used yet. Because every time I've been going up there, I've not been cooking up there. I've just been like making a coffee and that's it, and wait until I get home to eat. But you know, tomorrow night, tomorrow daytime, Tuesday daytime, and Wednesday, I'm definitely going to need to eat. I'm just looking in the mirror, and there's something moving in that mirror. And I don't know what it is. Probably a shadow man, shadow creature. Maybe it's a spirit that's going to protect me. Hello, Tony. Oh, I've got ventilation. I've got 2 windows. And, you know, my fireplace is made out of like not fire bricks, but actual like house bricks. And it's also like covered with mud and concrete, you know, plaster and concrete. And it goes back outside the actual shelter. So if you say that's the wall there, it comes out to about there outside, but I've still got like a little bit inside. So if anything happens, if it suddenly explodes because of the heat, it explode outside and not inside. But I've used it a few times. I don't really use it to like make a blazing fire. I just like use it to make a cup of tea or coffee. Well, coffee, don't drink tea. But I just put a little fire up, boil a kettle, and then use a little burn out, and that's it. But it probably have to be a little bit more than that tomorrow and Wednesday if I'm going to cook up there. I might even make the fire outside. You know, I was thinking about having a little nighttime fire outside, just sitting there and, you know, out in the dark, you know, near the door. So if anything happens, I just run the door and like bolt myself in and leave the fire to burn out on its own. But I was thinking if I could try to, I have got a chair up there, but the chair's a bit busted. So I'm kind of trying to make a wooden one later on. Won't be this week, but I have tried to make a chair before and it didn't work out. I've been watching a few videos on how to make, you know, a decent little like stool or, you know, a back chair. I've just been watching a female YouTube channel actually. Pretty good, you know, she's done a really good camp she has. All alone in the wilderness, sleeping out in the dark with wild animals. I just watched one of her latest videos where she got wild boar running around at night time. So she must like, you know the surroundings. I don't know the surroundings up there. Or what I know that, you know, my landowner's got ponies. I might ask him if he can put the ponies in the other field so they ain't going to keep walking around disturbing me. Like, you know, hearing footsteps. I'm not going to know if it's like a pony walking around or if it's a human, you know, kind of thing. And I ain't that far from the actual public footpath, which is in the public woodlands, which is directly behind me. You know, you're talking about 100 yards, a couple of 100 yards. So I don't really want to have a big fire because if then one is walking their dog late at night, they're going to smell the fire. So what I have got is I've got like about 4 or 5 torches. A couple of them is like these little square torches, like little lanterns from the Poundland I had for many moons, and I've not used them, so I've got 2 of those. I've got a couple of little mini flashlights, and I've also got a couple of headlights as well. I'm going to try to do a live stream tomorrow night, one on there as well, so people can see how scared I look, how panicky I am, listening to the weird, creepy noises. So if I feel creeped out, I probably won't sleep. I'll probably be awake all night, and I probably won't want to do any work the next day. I'll probably be coming home early. But I know tomorrow, Wednesday, it is going to rain after midday, so I'm not going to be able to do too much during the daytime. But once I've got used to it, it might take 2 or 3 weeks going up there and getting used to the dark and the noise. Yeah. Now, the other day I was up there, I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I did go up there the other day, actually, but a couple of weeks ago, the roofing was like falling apart. So I had to like do some temporary work on that and fix that. And while I was doing it, I was videoing. And on the video, you couldn't really see much because it's too bloody dark in the actual shelter, even though it's like really sunny outside. And I've been open, I've got the window. So also I've got to do like a little window latch kind of thing, wooden like shutter, because I've got one on one of the windows, but I ain't got one on the window. So I've got to do that tomorrow as well, which is going to be like probably about 10-20 minutes anyway. So if you watch my old videos with the door, I've got those like little wooden fencing things which I used on my old door. I'm going to take one of those off and use that as like a shutter kind of thing, like I have on my other window in the camp. So I've kind of planned out in my mind what I'm going to be doing, but I've also got plans I'm going to be doing later in the future. I want to make a fence to stop the horses coming around to where my shelter is. Originally I had a rope fence, but the horses broke through it and started shitting everywhere. So I want to make a wooden fence on in the future. I was thinking about doing the garden, but knowing the horses, they probably eat everything. So I was thinking about doing a roof garden, but I think that's just going to be too much work. I even thought about making a little pond and trying to get some fish from somewhere and take the fish up there, and have roasted barbecued fish one day or something. But time I find any fish, there ain't no fish around here anyway, not even on the common. I spoke to a guy the other day who works in the local chippy takeaway. He reckons he'd be going over there fishing. He's not caught nothing. So a little fish pond is out of the question. I've been getting all these weird, crazy ideas, hello, Jamie. I've been getting all these weird, crazy ideas by watching, YouTube channels, like buying a pig and having a little pigsty, and just having a pig as a pet. Or, seeing if I can get a dog. But the thing is, if I had a dog, it'd have to start there 24/7. It wouldn't be allowed here. I'm not allowed to have a dog here. I'm only just about lucky to have a cat. So, but I know the landowner's got dogs, but I don't think he would want to look after my dog, because I'd only be going up there like once a week or once a couple of weeks. I could always buy a pony off him, I suppose. Hey, can I buy one of your ponies? And just have that as a pet, kind of thing. But, the ponies I can usually walk up to and pat them, but they usually think I've got food for them all the time. So, no. Pet-wise, I can't really have pets up there. Unless, a stray cat comes along and, always try and make like a little cat box, well, like a little cat flap, and let the cat go in here, I suppose. Landowner did have cats at one time, but they all disappeared. I did see a cat the other day when I was up there, but I don't know if that's his one or not. But he had cats and they all suddenly disappeared. So, the only animals he's got is, even his chickens and hens suddenly started disappearing as well. And I was saying, well, maybe foxes. He goes, no, because I put them in the shelter, at night time. but they seem to be disappearing at daytime. So you had to buy a new set of like chickens and cocks and whatnot, you know. So I was thinking maybe I can buy a cock, a cock and a hen, and have like a little build a little cage of it. But then again, you know, I'd have to take them over to his part, you know, where he is, and ask him to look after them. I can't really keep coming in and bringing them over, you know, and taking them back again. Pointless. So animal wise, ain't worth it. But building wise, as I say, you know, I'm going to be doing a fence in the near future. I'm going to redo the roof as well, because the roof is just pointless. I want to redo the back wall as well, because that's just like completely bollocks up, you know, kind of thing. The fireplace, I'm going to keep that as it is. It just needs a bit of a patching up with some mud and concrete and hay. I had a load of hay, but it started getting all wet and damp and mouldy, so I had to throw it all away. Thought the ponies would have eaten it, but they didn't. So that's the things I need to do, is make a wooden fence, stop the horses or the ponies coming over and shitting everywhere. You know, landowners give me permission to do whatever I want on there. I could even make a fucking fort on it, I suppose. I didn't think you make it like a tree house or something, you know. That'd be fun, wouldn't it, eh? But it's the problem is that, you know, the wood, you know, the trees, the branches, you know, that's just all kind of like wonkety. You know, they're all out of shape, and like, you know, it's just so much work when you're sticking them side by side, trying to like get it so there ain't too many gaps. And then when you've got gaps, you've got to fill them in. So instead of like keep pissing around with mud and water and, you know, dirt and plaster and concrete, that's why I bought that insulation stuff now. And then like once I put all that in, I'll put the tarps up. That should keep the place warm. But I will probably have to like buy some more concrete and plaster one day and bring it up bit by bit and go on around the outside and, you know, mud pack it up again, which is a bit of a pain to do. But that camp's, you know, since when I first started, it's been probably about a year, and, you know, it's been a good little project because it's something that I've done myself, you know, with my own hands, which I've never thought I would do. It's only because I, the lockdown, you know, couldn't get up there to do half the work I wanted to do. We didn't have the lockdown. I could have done a lot more stuff. I could have even gone and slept over there, you know, even before now. But yeah, you know, time tells. You know, it depends on what I'm going to do, what kind of things I'm going to do. I'm going to try to build a new wood covering, kind of like storage thing over there as well. But tomorrow is going to be doing the door, taking everything out of my bed storage thing, pulling it all out, and then like getting some more logs, covering it all over, you know, hammering it down, some nails, and then put some of the insulation on top of it, a tarp on top, tie it down. You know, I've got like a sleeping mat and sleeping bag I'm taking with me tomorrow. And then if I get time, I might start building another kind of like little storage thing inside, so I can put my tools in there and put like a little, it's going to be like a miniature, a bit like my bed storage thing. It's going to be like storage where I can put a padlock on it and, you know, lock at all my tools away, because I've got saws, I've got axes, I've got knives, I've got all my fire lighting gear up there. You know, I've got so much stuff up, it's unbelievable. I'm not too worried about, you know, cooking stuff, you know, the plates, although like when I was up there the other day, picked my cup up and there's a great big spider web in there, there's a beetle in there, and like, you know, so much dirt, it's unbelievable. So I had to get that scrub out before I even made a coffee. So I need to do I need to do a lot of work up there to keep it, you know, a bit more respectable. And once I've got it the way I want it, you know, I'll probably start making it a bit more homely, like taking, you know, like a cushion or something up there, take some pictures up there to hang up on the wall, take one of my crucifixes up there. I've got like a little coffee jug in the living room. If I remember, I'm going to dig that out and take that up there. I don't know yet. I'm going to try and make it a bit more homey. Not that I'm going to be able to stay up there more than 2 nights because bloody cat, you know. I'm going to have to make sure she's got plenty of food before I leave on Tuesday morning. I've got one of those plastic containers. I'm just going to fill that up with cat food. And then the one that she uses with the cat food and water, I'll just like fill both those up with water. So she's got plenty of water, plenty of food. I'm only going to be out for about 30 hours anyway. So, and I have been out, you know, night camping over Clapham Common, you know, years ago, and she was okay. So anyway, let's quickly read chat. I think all you are going to hear is wildlife, but apart from that, that's all you're going to hear. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know what kind of wildlife there is. I've got to learn or understand the environment. The environment is completely different outside in the woodlands than where it is here. No, here all you're hearing is like cars, traffic, people coming home, you know, from work or from the pub late at night, or just walking around. You know, you'll hear the foxes scream sometimes. You might hear the birds waking up early in the morning once it starts getting light. But in woodlands, you know, I know that in the back public woodlands, I did go over there once before and I checked it out. And someone was crafting over there because they made a roundhouse, a big roundhouse. So I'm thinking, well, you know, if there's people over there camping, you know, I don't want them knowing that I'm over here because you know, on some of the videos that I've been watching, people are a bit wary about other people finding where they are. Not, you know, I know I've had kids. I've caught kids on my wildlife camp. 2 of them, two girls, young girls, around about 14, 16 years old, are Ron's helper's daughter and her daughter's friend here. But then I showed a picture of these other 2 kids, which is a boy and a girl, probably between the age of 12 and 13, and he doesn't know who they are. And I said, well, aren't they trespassing? He goes, yeah. So, you know, I actually bought Ron a wildlife cam, but he's actually purchased 2 Wi-Fi cameras, night vision Wi-Fi cameras, which I think he said was 150 quid each, and he can keep an eye on it through Wi-Fi. The wildlife cam I just bought him was a cheap one, you know, so it could like face more the entrance. I don't know if he's actually taken a memory card out and checked it or not, but I took my one back up there the other day. So the only thing is I'm not going to be able to view it until I bring the memory card and, you know, see what's going on. If anyone does come, especially like if they can smell the fire, you know, the smoke, and they make their way over to see what's going on, I'm just going to tell them to fuck off, you know. So what do you want? I'm armed. I've got a shotgun. You know, I found shotgun shells over there, so someone's got a shotgun. Probably like from years ago. I know the landowner doesn't have a shotgun because I've asked him. But if anyone comes over, they start, you know, causing me problems, I'm going to say, oi, get off this land, you know, I'm here, you know, as security. It is my little cabin. You want to start trouble? I ring the police up, you know. I've got cameras here, you know, so I've got proof that you're on here. And, you know, and although I ain't got a shotgun, I've got axes, I've got saws, I've got knives, you know. I think you've got a spade up there as well. So they start up and they try to kick in the door in. I just bash them across the head with the fucking spade. That'll sort them out. Not just humans, you know. Weird, wild creatures, you know. Might have a Sasquatch, Bigfoot over there, or what's the other one? Cooper Garber or something like that. You know, get ripped apart. Jesus Christ, man. all these weird things I keep thinking about because of these bloody YouTube channels. But as I say, I've watched a few, and they said, like, you know, at first it can be scary, but once you've been there once and you got used to some of the noise, then, you know, you go back, and then, you know, you kind of like tuned into some of the noises. And it might take 2 or 3 times to go up there to get, you know, kind of used to that particular environment. But if you go somewhere else to another location and spend a night over at another location, the environment is completely different now. Although it's similar, it's still different because there could be different types of animals there. You might have deer, you might have wild cats, you know, not like lions, tigers, and, you know, but wild feline. You know, small cats like my one. Might have you know, a road dog running around. You're gonna hear, like, you know, rabbits and probably pheasants as well. You know, owls. What's that old one? Woodpeckers. I've been up there early in the morning before, about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and the old woodpecker's been banging away at a tree. So, you know, if I went, say, like, to another location and spent the night over there bushcrafting, that environment is going to be completely different to the one I'm used to. So, because there might be more people. I know there is people that do camping in Mitchell Common. And I've seen, like, the little fire pits they've made, and I've even walked to a guy during the daytime, and he was digging a hole, and he's making a fire. And I said, "Excuse me, mate, you're not allowed to do that." I said, "I'm not, like, you know, obeying it or anything, but, you know, I just want to let you know that you're not allowed to do that, because if you get caught, you can get, you know, arrested and probably fined." He goes, "I'm not hurting anyone, you know, I'm just, like, making an underground fire so I can make myself a cup of coffee." So I said, "Well, you know, just make sure you put it out." He goes, "Look, I've done bushcrafting for years, mate. I know what I'm doing." So I said, "All right then, fair enough." And I walked off. So, you know, you got to be kind of, like, responsible anyway. If I was to go somewhere and I saw someone else bushcrafting, I wouldn't want to kind of, like, interrupt them. I'll just move on and find somewhere else. But I want to do some, like, more nature walk stuff as well, and just, like, take a tarp. I might even buy a hammock one day as well and do some hammock camping, but it'd be during the daytime. You're just, like, laying around, you know, kind of thing, and coming home back in the evening. I don't know yet. So it goes. After tomorrow night, I might get so freaked out that I won't want to do any more after tomorrow night. That means spending too much fucking money then. I was going to buy a carbon dioxide sensor, but I don't think I need it. So say the fire, which I'm going to have, won't be on for more than half an hour anyway. And I've got the 2 windows where, you know, the smoke goes out, which I can have open until I, like, you know, close them down and go to bed. You know, I'll even probably have the door open a little bit, you know, just let the smoke out. And, like, the fire at the back got little gaps in where the concrete and dirt's falling apart, so the smoke is going out the back more than it is coming out in the. So I should be okay. You know, when I cook dinner, it'll be during the daytime anyway, and I'll probably do that outside. I need to make a lot more charcoal, actually. So I'm going to make a bigger fire, probably Tuesday, outside, and wait until, like, the wood's all burnt, you know, pretty good. Then I'm going to chuck cold water over it, make some charcoal, and just, like, let it dry off and use it when I need it. But if I get time Wednesday, if I've got any time after doing all the stuff inside the shelter, I might start working on the a new little kind of like shelter for the wood, you know, the firewood. Because all what I've got at the moment is, like, 4 sticks with, like, the top covering it, and, like, you know, leaves and twigs and other stuff on top, just to keep the wood dry. but I want to make something a bit more better than that. I know I need to actually process some wood as well Tuesday, so I don't have a lot of wood inside. I've been like making like little small cuts, but I definitely need some like bigger wood for the cooking. That's if I cook inside it. I just normally don't bother cooking when I'm up there. If I'm up there for the day, I just make a fire, make a cup of coffee. Once like the water's boiled, I just let the fire burn down. If I want another coffee later, then I'll make a fresh fire later. Don't do it like a lot of people who do it on YouTube, where they actually like keep the fire running constantly. I don't do that. I ain't got no money in the bank account now. I'm just checking on what the bank's taking money out of. I think one is my Virgin Media, and the other one I don't even know what that's for yet. I've probably got £10 left in my bank account. Oh, £25. So they are just taking out, yeah, £39 for EE and £18 for Virgin Media. I've not even paid off my mobile phone yet. That's going to be taken out. So it looks like I'm going to be overdrawn for a few days, which is going to be a pain in the arse. Will you be sleeping on the floor? No, because as I say, I've got like it's like the wood comes up to about, I say, to my knees, and then it goes along. It's like a storage bed. Cause it's like a bed in one way, with all the wood on top. But I've got loose logs where I can pull up, remove, and stuff all my stuff inside bed bit, and then just put logs in. So people don't know what's inside it. They just think it's like a bed in one way. But as I say, when I go up there, I've got to take everything out, hammer down those logs with some nails, fix the end bit of it. Then I'm going to put the loft insulation stuff what I bought the other day, put that down, and then put a tarp on top. Then I've got my sleeping mat and my sleeping bag. I don't think loft insulation is going to cause any problems. Although I have asthma and hay fever, I'm hoping that ain't going to cause me problems. It's not like that stuff that which is poisonous. I can't think what's called, what they used to use in insulation years ago, and it's not fiberglass either. So what I'm going to do is that once I've done that, I'm going to pop inside the shelter as well, and later on, probably next month, I'm going to buy some more insulation. It's going to be that fire insulation with a silvery kind of like shine to it. Now I'm going to put that against the actual tarp and just like hammer it in. So it's going to be even more warmer in there then. So that's what I'm planning to do. Make it nice and warm. So, when we get the snow, if I go up there during the snowy period, it'll be, a lot more warmer when I start a fire in there. And that's the only time I probably would make a longer fire, if it's snowing or something. If it's cold and windy, then I just keep my coat on. But I've not worn a coat up there lately. I just wore my camo shirt and my camo fishing jacket, the short sleeve one. I think I've got a poncho, one of those like little cheap plastic ponchos up there. So if it gets a bit cold and water does start dripping through, at least I've got a poncho and gives me a little bit of time to sort out where the leaks are coming from. But yeah, it's just still work in progress, really. You know, it's not going to be like an amazing cabin like some people have built on YouTube. No. If the wood was a lot better and a lot more straighter, it would probably look like a proper cabin. But to me, it's just a shelter. Yeah, I normally try to like brush away any debris if I was going to make a fire outside. The only time I made a fire outside when I first started doing the shelter, and then once I got the 4 walls up, I started making the fire outside instead of inside. And then later, I made the fireplace out of brick, concrete, plaster, and mud. I'll be videoing it, like, I'll be videoing some of the things I'm doing now, and I'll probably be doing a live stream on my other channel Tuesday night, letting people see how scared I am if I've got internet connection and if I've got enough light in the shelter. You can see, I'll probably do like a half-hour stream before I go to sleep. And I'll have the camera ready in case like something weird happens and someone breaks through the door and starts trying to kill me. Then I try to turn the camera on and video it. I've actually sent the location to my sister and my daughter of where I'm going to be. And I said, if you don't hear from me in a couple of days, get the old bill out, get the old search party. But I should be home Wednesday evening anyway. What time, I don't know. I don't want to be up there all day Wednesday because I'm going to be tired if I don't get much sleep Tuesday night. No, if I'm not used to the noise, which I'm not going to be used to it, and I am going to be nervous and a little bit scared and I can't sleep, I'll probably be awake all night and I won't want to do any work during the daytime on Wednesday. So, I might just lay there when it gets light and see if I can get sleep during the daytime for a couple of hours. And if I feel, enough energy, then I might do some work before I come home. If not, I just try to get a couple of hours before I leave. And if I still can't sleep, I'll just come home and wait until I get home and sleep. So, but I'm hoping everything will go okay. You just got to think positive. As people say, think positive. Think of the good time you're going to have. Think of all the wild animals that might come around, scratch on your walls, and some weird crazed axeman, trying to chop your door down to get you in and, murder you. So, yeah, thanks very much. But I will be having a barbecue. Definitely having a barbecue. Got the pork. All I've got to do later on today is take out the wrapper, give it a rinse, chop it up, put herbs and salt, pepper, and some lemon juice, and then stick it in a container, ready to barbecue on Tuesday probably. I think I'll probably eat that Tuesday during the daytime. If I get hungry in the evening, I'll probably cook some of the sausages. And then Wednesday, if I've had any sleep, then Wednesday morning or, day, I'll have a egg and bacon and then clean up, sort everything out, and then come home. So I had to buy another axe off eBay, a cheap one. So when I was up the other day, I was using the axe, and I don't know if I actually put it back in the shelter. I think I had it stuck on a tree. So I'm hoping that no one's been over there and found it and chopped up my bloody cabin or my shelter, knocked it all down. So that's going to piss me off right off. But if it's still, as it is when I left it the other day, and I can't find the axe anywhere, then it does matter because I've just bought a new one anyway. I did have an axe up there when I first started, and I had a wooden handle, and the handle broke on it, but it's still got the wooden bit inside. So I'm going to try to get that out, and then later try to make my own wooden handle for it. Do some restoration. But I'm not too worried about that just yet. The only thing is, I don't know if I'm allowed to have anyone up there, Tony. Especially where I am, on that land, because it's private land. But we can always meet up and, go wild camping somewhere else. Go on one of the local commons. I know a really nice place, actually, where no one really goes, apart from dogs in the daytime. But it's like a tram ride. I can't remember exactly what the area was called, but I went there metal detecting once, and I found a little section, and I tell you, the amount of old pennies, the old Victorian and King George pennies I found there was unbelievable, man. I think they used it as like a little picnic area in the olden days, and not far from it there is like a little cafe, but it's well behind the cafe, and like when I heard, like people walking around, especially with dogs, I kind of like put the metal detector down and just sat there, pretending I was just like, chilling out. When they buggered off, got the old detector back out. There was a group of people that started walking towards me, and I thought, fuck, hope they ain't seen me metal detecting. So I know some of these woodlands you're not allowed to metal detect, without permission. It's just more of a chance you take, really. But I know one person did see me, and they just ignored me. So they thought I was doing something wrong. They would have gone, reported me, but nothing happened. But there's that little place. So I can't think where it's called now. It's near a park as well. And I was thinking about going over there and do like some wild camping during the daytime. Just like make a little A-frame or something during the daytime. Make a little fire. I've got one of those like little camping stove things now, the little where you use the propane. Got one of those. So if I don't make a proper fire tomorrow or whatever, I can use that. That's more of an emergency in case, I lose my fire sticks, and I won't, because I've just made for myself already. But I've got like me. I've ordered a hatchet, some more bushcraft knives with a fire starter, and some fat wood from a website. It's not eBay or Amazon or anything like that. It's from a proper bushcrafting company. Although I ordered it, said like but it should have them in 2 to 3 days. So that should be possibly not this week but next week. I just had to email them yesterday, I think it was, when I made the order, because the address was wrong, which I put on. So I had to redo the address and then email them. And I got like an automated reply saying, well, thank you for your email, no one's available to answer you right now, but someone will get to it straight away, as soon as possible. Most of us are working at home at the moment, but your email will be looked at. If you've ordered anything, we're trying to get it out to you as soon as possible. So, if you spend over £25, you get it delivered free. But I spent like just over 25, and I paid, I wanted it a little bit earlier, so I paid extra on the postage. So that should be by the end of the week, if not sometime the week after next week. So the reason why I bought the hatchet, because it's getting overgrown over there. I could ask my landowner to bring a trimmer and trim some of that bramble and the old weeds and prickly bushes back. But I don't want to keep asking him to do things for me. I am actually going to ask him to cut some trees down later. Because when I do the back wall, I want some proper decent tree logs. So I'm going to ask him to cut some trees down later on. He has said to me he wants to cut them down anyway. But I said, no, not yet. Everyone's going to see my camp otherwise. He goes, well, I'm going to cut them ones over there down. I said, well, if I need any, I'll let you know. Because if he cuts them down, he's going to cut them down to small pieces and just burn them. And I don't want him burn them if I can use them myself. So, towards the next couple of months, I'll ask him to cut some trees and I can work on the back wall again. I've been trying to keep an eye out for anyone who's doing like renovations or, throwing old furniture away. So I can look for an old wardrobe door. That would be perfect for my camp, a wardrobe door. But what I had to do is that because my door was so heavy and it was still falling apart, all the mud was falling off and everything. Yeah, I was lucky enough to find some old floorboards and not like the boards from like pallets or anything. It's just like those ones you slide together. I found a load of those and I picked one up and I disturbed quite big bloody ants. Then I threw that back down. But I managed to pick like 6 up and bring them back over because it's on the next bit of property which I've got permission to get wood from anyway. And I brought them back and that's what I started using to make the door with. But when I made the door, when I closed it, there's a gap about that much. So you can actually see it. So I tried pulling it, but it's still see in. So I used one of those like little wooden fences I got from Poundland and I just hang that inside to try to cover up the gap. But that's the thing I've got to work on. The first thing I've got to work on Tuesday when I get there. Well, the first thing I'm going to do when I get there is make a cup of coffee. Then I'm going to start doing the work. But if you want to join me anytime, do go out and do an overnight camp or some bushcraft somewhere else, then I'll be willing to meet up with you. But the only thing is, I can't take you up where my main bushcraft is because landowner won't allow anyone. You won't allow anyone up there because he might said could he come up and check the camp out? I said I don't know. I'll have to ask the landowner first. So he might get funny about it. My daughter texted me the other day. She goes, can we meet up? I said it's too far for one thing, and that's the first thing. And the second thing is I don't know if the landowner will let me have anyone up there. No, he's normally an okay guy. I'm not saying he's going to say no, but originally when I first got up there and spoke to the guy, I asked for permission to do milk detecting, and he said, he was a bit dubious at first, but he knew someone who used to milk detect on his land before, but one of his friends, but he died. So I said, well, I won't make no mess. I'll always cover the holes up. I'll show you what I find. If there's anything you want, from my finds, you can have it. And after speaking to him about half, he goes, you know what? I think I can trust you. Yeah, knock yourself out. And once I've been up there, about 4 or 5 months, and getting to speak to him and know him more. And I just went up to him one day. I said, when I asked you something, I might be a bit cheeky asking, but where we've been having a bit of bad weather with all this rain, I've got to keep taking shelter, and I don't want to be taking shelter in your pony cabins, your pony shelters. Is there any chance I can make a shelter myself? He goes, knock yourself out, mate. Have free run. So if you want to cut trees down. But I've not cut no trees down. He's cut a couple down for me, but if I need more, I'd rather get him to do it than me do it. The other day, my hands kept looking up, with cramp, and I tell you, I was in so much pain. So I don't know. I really don't know how much work I can get to do up there. I'm just going to have to see how it goes and take my time. But when I need more wood, I'll ask him if he can bring his chainsaw up and cut some trees down. If I'm not there, I'd say, like, you know, when I see him and when I know I want them, I say, you know, I want some trees cut down. If I tell you the ones I want, can you cut them down for me? When I come back up next, I can just, like, you know, grab them and, you know, take them over. They'd probably say, yeah, okay, no worries. But just have to see how it goes. Well, anyway, I'm going to shoot off. I thought this was only going to be a short one, but, you know, with me when I get talking, it's been an hour. But I will be doing videos during the daytime. The video I did the other day, the camera kept falling down and it was kept recording the tip of my cap all the time. So out of like a 2-hour video, I only got to upload like 21 minutes or whatever it was. And then a little bit of that still had the picture, you know, a little bit of the old cap showing. So I put like a bit more of extended like connector. So this time it won't fall down as much. But I've also got me waist strap, which I can use. So I'll be using my action cam daytime video. At night time, when I'm shut up, locked inside my cabin, my little shelter, I'll probably be doing a live stream on my haunted experiences from around about 9:30, depending on what time it starts getting dark. And then everyone can see how fucking shit self, you know, panicky I am, scared I am, and you know, I'm going to take a clean pair of underwear just in case I do cap myself. So yeah, I'm going to take some extra socks up there just in case it does get a bit cold. My body, my feet. So I'm definitely taking an extra pair of socks with me. Because I don't know how good these boots are, which I bought some army boots. They're not steel toe cap. When I got them, the right foot was okay, but the left foot had a bump inside it, and I fought with that left boot. But I managed to keep bending the sole because you can feel like a metal bracket inside in the actual plastic. I just kept having to bend it. So, you know, it ain't too bad now. But I put some not odor eaters, but like thermal soles in there. So that'll help. And, you know, more walking around I do, like, you know, flatten it down a bit more. It won't be so much bumpy on my left foot. No. So yeah, tomorrow night on my other channel, if I've got internet connection, and if I remember, I hope to do a little live stream on there and see, you know, how I'm dealing with the dark, being alone in the woods at night, listening to all the weird, creepy noises. Fun for you guys, wouldn't it, eh? Probably all be telling me scary stories and trying to freak me out a bit more, but I'll see how it goes. Right, so anyway, I'm off. Have a good night, everyone, and I'll catch you all later. Have a good week. I'll be on tomorrow night, hopefully. I'm going to say around about 9:30, depending on what time it starts getting dark. And no worry, look after myself. I'll have my knives and my axes and my bloody spade, you know, right next to me in case someone tries to grab me or tries to break in. Right, so, night, everyone.